the dawn of a new day for the education sector as schools reopen for academic activities after more than 5 months of closure and total dependence on interactive digital platforms to further schools' curriculum. The excitement of resumption is overwhelming. However, rules of engagement have changed in conformity with the guidelines for the prevention of COVID-19. We shall review the rules on Panorama today, coming to you live from the NTA Lagos Network Center. I am Adeola Komiakiri. Thanks for joining us. Beginning with politics now, the Independent National Electoral Commission has presented certificates of return to Governor Godwin Obaseki and Philip Shaibu of the People's Democratic Party, signifying the official recognition of the pair as the governor-elect and deputy governor-elect of Edo State from the September 19 election.
To the office of Governor of Edo State of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the election held on the 19th day of September 2020, dated this 21st day of September 2020.
Details will come subsequently. And still on the election, the September 19, 2020 Edo State governorship election is over. The winner has been declared by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and APC says it's comfortable with the outcome. National Caretaker Committee Chairman of the APC, May Melabuni, stated the party's position in a press statement as compiled by Ruth Agwele.
The All Progressives Congress has joined President Muhammadu Buhari to affirm its commitment to free and fair elections in order to strengthen the foundation for political and moral authority of the party. In a statement by the chairman, APC Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, May Malabuni, says the party commends INEC, the security agencies, and all political parties that contested the election for the successful conduct of the election. As a governing party, the APC says it will take every necessary step to support the federal government to consolidate all the gains achieved. The chairman says the APC salutes their candidate in the election, Pastor Osage Izeyamo, for his tenacity and leadership, and also commends Edo State leaders, especially immediate past national chairman, Comrade Adams Oshomale, and all members in Edo State for demonstrating unwavering support for the party and its candidate in the election. In the face of all the challenges, the APC collectively remained faithful and worked tirelessly during the campaigns. He therefore appealed to all members of the party to be strengthened by the outcome of the election and unite to correct all the problems that worked against the party and its candidate in the just concluded election. Furthermore, the chairman specifically celebrates the Edo State 2020 Governorship Campaign Council, led by Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje of Kano State. The party acknowledges and appreciates the contributions of all members of the campaign council. As progressives and Democrats, he said they are confident that all leaders and members of the party will celebrate the outcome of the election as free and fair, as acknowledged by President Muhammadu Buhari. He therefore called on all party members to unite and move the nation's democracy forward, adding that they must put an end to the era when electoral contests become warfare. He therefore urged all candidates and all members of the APC to join in congratulating Mr. Godwin Obaseki and the PDP being declared winner of the election. He added that their attention must now shift to Ondo State and ensure that APC wins the October 10, 2020 election.
President Muhammadu Buhari on Sunday evening granted audience to his Ghanaian counterpart Nana Akufo-Addo. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo reports that President Akufo-Addo, who was recently elected chairman of ECOWAS, came to Nigeria on a familiarization visit to the headquarters of the sub-regional organization in Abuja. President Buhari and the Ghanaian leader held talks behind closed doors that lasted about 1 hour, and details of their discussions were not made public. President Nana Akufo-Addo could not say much when confronted by NTA News.
Recently elected chairman of the community, so I'm coming to see the people at the headquarters. But I felt I should come and visit President Buhari for us to talk about matters of mutual concern. So it's an informal visit, and he was good enough to invite me to dinner.
So those matters of mutual concern.
We will be talking.
And now to COVID reports. The Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 has appealed to state governments to ramp up testing for COVID-19 with a warning that community transmission of the virus is still raging. PTF Chairman and Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, at Monday's briefing in Abuja, says insufficient testing and reporting of COVID-19 cases by states is worrisome. Mitaire Ikme tells us more.
PTF indicated at this briefing that the declining number of COVID-19 cases in the country is a direct outcome of the declining number of tests being conducted, which has dropped from 40,000 per week in June to 20,000 per week currently.
So you can see that we're under testing. There's no doubt about it. If only 12 states are reporting, we'll continue to appeal to the subnationals because it is their primary responsibility to provide for the welfare and the care for their people. We've done everything that we need to do from the federal level. The president has graciously approved for 32 states, or 34 states, you can say, 1 billion naira each in the federal budget to help with their response to COVID-19. So I don't think any state can complain about lack of logistics now.
We are not yet out of the woods. This country is still threatened, and we need to be able to know our status by doing necessary testing.
In fact, with schools opening, airports opening, we have to increase our level of attention because inevitably there will be more transmission as schools open because you bring people together.
We said NYC should prepare to open up their orientation camps. I'm sure they are already working on this night and day. One of the things we plan to do with NYC is to push up testing. We will be looking at testing within the orientation camps. I'm not aware that they have fixed a date yet for opening the camps, but we look forward to it and we'll work with them closely to test as many corpus as we can.
For the PTF, this is a time to test, detect, isolate, and treat more cases of COVID-19 with the gradual relaxation of restrictions. In Abuja, Mitaire Ikwen, NTA News.
To the latest on COVID-19 statistics, 195 new cases of the coronavirus have been confirmed by the Nigerian Center for Disease Control as at the 21st of September, bringing the total number of confirmed cases in the country to 57,437. The new cases were recorded in 11 states, including the FCT. Enugu recorded the daily highest with 51 new cases, followed by Gombe with 40, Lagos 39, Plateau 23, FCT 15, Rivers 12, Kaduna 8, Ondo 3, and Bauchi 2. Edo and Ogun State have 1 new case each. Total number of patients discharged so far is 48,674, while sadly 1,100 deaths have been recorded. And now to COVID and education. COVID-19 has changed the way schools now operate. Inginojan Adams gives us a feel of the first day of resumption after almost 6 months closure.
The last time these students assembled to sing the national anthem was in March. Little did they know that the academic calendar would be disrupted for several months due to the coronavirus pandemic. The current mood is that of excitement for being back in their learning centers. Interestingly, morale is not dampened by the fact that they are not allowed to interact without caution.
I miss my friends at school, and I also miss my teachers at school.
There are now flyers everywhere about preventing the spread of COVID-19.
The various schools visited strategically positioned hand-washing points with mandatory temperature checks before students and teachers are admitted into the premises. The rule of maintaining physical distancing in the classrooms was strictly followed.
Messages have been sent to parents to inform their wards they have to come into the school with nose mask, possibly with hand sanitizer.
We educated them to let them know that this is what this period needs, and for us to all keep safe, we need to give ourselves social distance.
Teaching and learning have started in earnest. A signal that in the coming days, academic activities will pick up full throttle with the hope that students will be protected from coronavirus. In Lagos, Hingino John Adams, NTA News.
Now, here to discuss the reopening of schools is Busola Olanubi, an educationist. Hello, Busola. Good to have you on Panorama.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Okay, now, as an educationist, how does it feel to be back in familiar terrain?
Oh, in fact, the feeling is unquantifiable. I've never seen myself so excited to be back in school. Having been away from school for all of 6 months, we are extremely grateful to God for the opportunity to be alive and to be back safe and sound. So the feeling is indescribable as far as we are concerned in school, and I want to believe that the same goes for all teachers in this country.
Okay, now, there was online learning during the 5 months of lockdown. How effective was that as a stopgap?
As a stopgap, it was far more effective than we anticipated, but nevertheless, we cannot compare online learning to physical learning. As a stopgap, it was effective. We very much believe that physical school is the best for children, at least at elementary and secondary levels.
All right, now the lockdown no doubt created lapses in the academic calendar. Can you share some with us?
Okay, so the lockdown disrupted the academic calendar, right? But some schools were able to ensure continuity of learning. Although we could not take all the subjects that we ordinarily were taking in physical school, but for the major subjects, we were able to take them during online school. But that cannot be said for Nigerian children who do not have access to internet or other forms of learning. The government tried as much, but not everybody was able to have access to that. So physical school is still the best way to go.
Okay, so now how can the delay be rectified? I said, how can the delay, the lapses, that you went through be rectified?
Okay, so the good thing about education is that continuum. So now that children are back in school, the government has advised, and that's the way to go, that the first few weeks is to cover the gaps that the gaps that the children have had since they were out of school. So we are starting with basic life assessment for the children to know where they are, and then to start the new session with them to know what next to do.
Okay, that's good to know. Now, how can teachers and students stay safe from the virus, even with the guidelines in place?
Okay, so guidelines have been put in place by the government, and so schools are allowed to have workstations. Some are using buckets, some are they have disinfecting tunnels. So schools are doing all that is necessary to make their children safe. And like I tell my parents, no teacher too wants to die. So safety is everybody's business. We have the responsibility as parents even to train our children on how to be safe when in public places and school, and teachers to have the responsibility to ensure the safety of their students as well as themselves. So not for us as a school, no face mask, no entry. That is one. So we have created bubbles for the children. So we have reduced the number of children in the classes so that the safety protocols are advised 2 meter distance between each child is what we are doing. And also the bubbles that we have created, that's a group of children that are going to be together in the class. They are going to be together throughout the day. Even break times have been staggered to ensure that children are safe. So what this means is that in case there's any issue, any case of COVID or suspected case of COVID, what that means is that we can isolate that particular group of children. Okay. So in break times, they are not going to meet together, but they are going to. There's no general school lunch again. For our school, we have a dining hall, but we are not using the dining hall for now. Children are going to eat in their classes. So to a very large extent, I think that covered, but more importantly, we trust in God to keep us safe and sound.
Okay, all right, that's good. Now, do you encourage, how do they really go about wearing the masks, the nose masks? Do the teachers and the students wear nose masks in classrooms?
Yeah, so children wear masks in classes. So what the government has said is that children under 6, that children that are in nursery school should not resume for now, and that's understandable because it's not easy for them to wear masks throughout the day. Even the children in higher classes, they wear their mask, but at intervals, we allow them to go out to remove the mask, and then even the teachers cannot wear masks; they have to wear face shield. Because if a teacher is wearing mask, she will not be able to instruct the children properly because they will not be able to hear him or her. So I know mask cannot be wear for a long time. So when a child is feeling uncomfortable, the child is free to step out and remove the mask.
All right, now we know that there are parents who are saying they will not allow their children get back to school. What words of advice do you have for them as we round up?
Okay, so for us, we have made it open. We are throwing it open for our parents to do what they want. So we are running instruction this term. Some children are going to be learning from home. Some are learning physically. A resumption, we are starting it. So we resume. 5 and 6 are resuming first, and then 3 and 4 we join them after 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks after that means a month after resumption, yes, 1 and 2 we join. So what that does for us is to help to know what the measures we have put in place are as effective as we hope, and then to also give the children and the parents some form of comfort that the school is conscious of the safety of everyone. So, but there are some children that their parents don't want them to come. Some have pre-existing conditions, or their parents have pre-existing conditions. So, for those children, they are going to learn virtually for now. until things improve. So the school has invested in resources to ensure that learning continues for every child, whether in school or out of school.
All right, thank you so much for clarifying issues as schools reopen. Busola Olanobi, thank you for joining us on Panorama today.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, we'll go on a break now. Panorama will continue thereafter. Just stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. The Federal Road Safety Commission is working to ensure adequate vehicle identification to stem the tide of missing automobiles in the country. This was revealed at a workshop held by the Commission in Abuja, and Kolo Muhammad was there.
In light of current security challenges in the nation necessitated this workshop, but Boyo Oyemi revealed that some stolen vehicles have already been recovered using the instrument of National Vehicle Identification Scheme of the Federal Road Safety Commission.
This workshop offers you yet another opportunity to equip yourself with required knowledge and skills necessary to enhance efficient and effective service delivery.
Participants are expected to ensure database protection.
We've been able to recover 3 stolen vehicles in one day.
The records that we keep is a vital national asset, which the Corps also takes seriously by investing in the development and training of desk officers.
Federal Safety Commission says it will embark on an immediate follow-up with participants to ensure that the brilliance of the hybrid strength and efficiency in this service delivery system trickles down to all the sector and unit commands of the Commission across the country. In Abuja, Kolo Muhammad, NTA News.
And now to sports. Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Sunday Dare, launches National Principals Cup in Lagos